more sense than go for the lane 1-1. That's what I want to see, and that's what they're going for here. So not much will be if you're gonna notice, there's gonna be a big lack of fighters in this game. So
now that you said,
it's
actually,
gonna be so explosive.
This is gonna be so explosive, considering that we do have a marksman that's very flashy, again with the blazing duet. But the fighters are the ones that usually just show up.
Long,
they sustain long. That's the time that we see actually counter punches and actually finishers like Electo Final Blow or maybe initiating.
And those 1v5 Paquito matches.
1v5 Paquito matches. That was insane. And
that was insane,
hopefully we do see another big highlight for this game, because we're just at match 2 right now and it's still early in the morning. You're watching day 2 of MPL main qualifiers and we still have 5 more matches, for the day. So it's going to be a long day after this one. Actually, this is actually the match number 2. So we, all in all, we have 7, because tonight will be the night where we will get 2 teams out of the 3,040 teams that registered for the open qualifiers. So this is I think the history will be written, and 1 month shall be waited before, because March will be the start of our regular season.
And cannot wait for the regular season, to be honest. And I'm very happy to see that a lot of their teams are starting to get into really like MPL level performances.
And when you say MPL, I think we should discuss it a little bit.
Like regular season performances. That's what I'm talking about, because I feel like some teams they go in and they don't know what to expect. Sometimes I see that, especially in some teams right now that I won't mention. But the teams that we have right now, they definitely look like they are ready to fight. Like they can probably stand toe to toe against some of. Like,
I think World Challenger is pretty obvious that they're really good right now.
World Challenger is quite scary right now, despite being a bit of a younger team here. And again, with the pickup of an MPL Pro as well with Shu, these guys are really scary. So those are the kind of teams that Archangel or Empire Monarch has to face in this one. And I'm very happy to see that at least we're gonna see a lot of really close matches, most likely later on in the game. Last game really should have been like a free game series. I feel like the Aether Main versus World Challenger, that should have been game number 3. But for some reason, again, World Challenger is just exceeding expectations so far.
I think this is the day where they actually mentally prepared. In the moment they woke up, they only had one thought, only to win games. And I feel like at this type of schedule where it starts really early in the morning, I don't want to put a stereotype on gamers, but a lot of us really prefer playing at the night. I don't know why.
I think so.
But
that's true,
having a tournament this early, I feel like it has some kind of effect to some players who are really comfortable in playing at the nighttime. But then again, this is we do this early for a reason. We do broadcast it as well. But man, if I'm the player and I'm a night person, I wouldn't feel 100%. And this is what you hate about it. Like, if you're in the top 8 in the main qualifiers, again, this is already top 6, and you're in the main qualifiers, your dreams, your hopes and dreams for the past year or the past few months finally in front of you, and you're not feeling 100%. That sucks.
I know. Again, we are going to. These are just things that a lot of our players actually have to deal with in MPL anyway. So they're probably gonna have to really stomach it. And adjustment is a big factor, not just in the game, not just in the schedule, but in the patches. These are things that our players, if they want to get into the MPL, will have to get used to. They gotta get used to it. So here we go. On to game number 1 between Archangel and Empire Monarch. That's on the blue side, AA, and SV on the red side.
And as you said, a good pro is a versatile pro. A lot of adjustments, a lot of micro stuff that you do in your life to improve overall. Let's look at the 3 lanes so far. Not a lot of action, just a lot of farming for now. But we do see Khalid just roaming through the orange buff right now.
And again, Fall can actually do some pretty decent damage here. But again, these are not going to be a big deal. He's just forcing a revitalize here from the Baksha. It's already a pretty good trade, I guess. And again, just because of how fast the Khalid clears out the wave with the passive. or with a first rather.
And looking at the bottom lane, 3 people invested from Archangel. Might be danger for ambush. The stun lands, and Joy Boy doesn't get close in time. He did have the flicker, but I feel like they respected the Benedetta dashes, or maybe even the second skill coming in from ambush here. You gotta respect that. That could potentially make a great outplay early on in the game. Baksha though.
Oh, Baksha, look at that. Pretty good damage. Ninja Killer has to use the flicker to get out of there. Saksha Jago, even with the Zaman Force, just ensure that ambush and triple extension doesn't try anything fishy.
And so far, both teams has been proactive, especially around that bottom side area, but none of them actually secured kills so far. So I feel like the cores have one thing in mind here, just try to stay alive. But Ubosan, will you stay alive?
Ubosan gonna get taken out real quick. Saksha Jago doesn't even need to clock in the Zaman Force. He does now, and very will suffer. That's a double kill to a double buff Harif, and that is not something that's gonna go down lightly.
Saksha.
Man, Empire Monarch's gonna pay dividends here for this one.
Saksha getting 2 kills plus the turtle. This is an early start. A good morning for the Archangel squad right now. But they have to maintain this lead. They have to make sure that they get something more out of it. You already got the turtle. You already got 2 kills. But you need to translate that to an even bigger lead. And looks like Archangel is just poising themselves to make sure that this Harith just grows into the monster that they need him to be.
Yep, and again, this Harif is a jungler Harif, which means it's going to accelerate even further here. And that's something that they should not wait around to see.
Oh, Electro Final Blow, though, used defensively to clear the wave. You know what? That's like hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. Clearing the wave and escaping that 2v1.
Yeah.
Benedetta, just Benedetta things.
Just not scary enough, though. I mean, at this point, it's intimidating, but the damage is not there. Because right now, if you're Benedetta, you have Warrior Boots, you got that HP, you got that Vitality Crystal, you got that Leather Jerkin. So everything is just purely defense.
Yeah, everything's just purely defense for now. And he does have the mobility just to make sure and survive that lane. And Baksha, you know, zoning out a few people here. 4 are invested by Archangel in the bottom side. Might be a dive by Joy Boy.
Saksha Jago and Joy Boy underneath the turret will be countered real quick, but you cannot counter that.
Oh,
but you can kind of shield against it, so...
That was a perfectly timed shield coming in from SV here. The damage from Eudora a little bit mitigated, and not a lot of battle spells burnt as well. They will get some gold in the plating here in the bottom side, but Archangel still not translating anything here in the bottom lane. Their first kills actually went near the mid lane as well.
And the reason why I love the Digi counter is you can do stuff like that. With the use of the time journey, you can kind of stop the Thunder's Wrath. So we're going to see a lot of that right now, though. You cannot stop it if you're not close by and if your skills are on cooldown. And the problem with time journey is it's long cooldown, and once you use it, you're going to have to wait. And without it, your teammates are going to suffer the full damage of the Eudora.
Yeah, and maybe this is why Archangel is accelerating the pace here by proactively moving around the map, getting kills, I guess, around mid lane and bottom lane, now securing the second turtle as well, going to the hands of Saksha. This is the same thing that happened earlier where they got 2 kills and got the turtle. This time though, they did get just 1 kill, but Saksha again securing that turtle. I feel like they're funneling their gold in this isn't a funnel, but they funneled their gold quite well.
Quite well indeed. And I think they're getting random kills on the map, which is great for Archangel, but it's so weird to see happen. 1v1 for Fall. Again, we just execute, and Desert Tornado can kill the Alice quite easily. So over and over again, the fun that you're talking about here is for Saksha Jago. He's just getting everything.
Yeah,
everything he can.
And I think Archangel is giving him those kills as well, considering that, as you said earlier, Rockhart, Saksha needs a lot of gold here if he wants to stay relevant. Ejected back to death.
Joy Boy!
Why you gotta do him dirty, man?
That was super dirty, and the ban definitely warranted at this point for Joy Boy's Jawhead. And it's a little bit of oops. Again, that's just the thing with Ejector. If it's not super close, it's not gonna work. That's just the nature of the skill. But again, it's still threatening nonetheless. This could be big. Sasha Jago with the Zaman Force. He's committing too much here. He loses all of his buffs. And I think that is a big win for Empire Monarch.
Big kill for Empire Monarch there, and I feel like that error stemmed from a massive miscommunication with the team. He was several miles away from his squad. Even the Zaman Force dashes won't save him there, but they eject back the Zaman. Oh wait, that's not Zaman Force, so that's the Electo Final Blow used defensively instead, and it's really hard to catch a Vendetta off guard.
It really is. I mean, even if you do have him on the ejector, he's going to be able to go for eye. He's going to be able to go Electro Final Blow. And again, Sword Intent Dash non-stop. So don't even try. For me, just leave that lane alone for now.
Yeah.
Because they could be trying to go for the Alice instead. Maybe that's easier.
And the moment the Alice uses that blood flow to clear the waves, it's a very big window for Archangel to get a kill. But the turtle, it looks like SV or Empire Monarch here will finally contest against this turtle because 2 turtles were already taken, but the Diggy didn't even exist. It just got deleted.
Force damage is exceedingly strong because of his level. He's level 8, so that means he has level 2 Unstoppable Force, and that hurt for some reason. I don't know.
Man, good pickup as well for Saksha there. Feather of Heaven already taken 7 minutes in, or maybe 8 minutes in, but that's still fairly fast. A 3-1. Turtle goes to the hands of Harith once again. They're going to contest this purple buff, but a 4v4 happening right now.
Yep, and again, the reverse time going to be locking down the Jawhead of Joy Boy, finally. And again, Very is just, he's not having a great time here so far. But when he gets pickups, when he gets picks like that, it makes the Diggy pick worth it. Maybe in the late game it's going to have more value, but for the early game, if you're not damaged build Diggy, you're not going to be doing that much.
Yeah, and I have to say that right now, Fall 1-0-1, I haven't really seen a lot of engages so far, but I feel like he doesn't have to. He just has to control the wave, just try to be there, but a 4v1 in the mid lane just immediately chunks out Escalera there. 0-1-4 on this Eudora, but the Raging Sandstorm landing on 1.
And again, with the time journey, make sure that no one gets locked down. But does that matter? Right now, Joy Boy with the help of Sasha Jago on the backline. There's a lot of damage. Ninja Killer, he's dashing, he's dancing, he is getting the job done. Sasha Jago with the Pearl buff as well. Hurts like hell with the double kill on the Harith. And this lineup right now, ambush way too late to the party. Everyone's already back home. What are you doing? You can't get anything here.
And they really can't get anything in that fight. SV was caught off guard immediately by Joy Boy, and I just love how you use the term hurts like hell there, because man, this combo, I mean, it overall, Saxa, Escalera, and Fall, it just hurts as hell. It's literally just hellfire all over the map. And Diggy, the moment that Diggy even maybe shows himself in a vulnerable state, it just gets deleted. 0-3-3 right now.
Yeah. And I'm surprised Ninja Killa is even joining the fights. He's level 12 right now, and only 1 level behind of the jungler. That is surprising. He's getting a lot of assists. He's getting a lot of XP. He's 0-0-4, but I'm pretty sure he's like 4 items already.
And I feel like he hasn't even used Flicker yet, but a stun lands. Zaman Fortress there. Killing spree for the Harith as he goes in and out. As you say, dancing and slashing all year round. Looks like Lord will be the next objective to take for Archangel. XXX tension there, going behind for the flank. This Lord, though, will be secured by the Harith, and overall, all of the objectives so far, 3 turtles, plus the Lord, plus the outer turrets, Archangel winning them all.
Yep, and Archangel definitely is on the positive momentum here. Although, again, small mistakes are happening, and somehow Empire Monarch can really capitalize. If you notice, there are very few mistakes that Archangel actually made in this game. But on those 2 mistakes, Empire Monarch was able to capitalize on both of them. Although, again, afterwards, Archangel just overtakes again. But you can tell that Emperor Monarch, they have their eyes open. And I like that. I like that at least right now. Even though Archangel is definitely in the lead right now. Huge lead for Archangel at this point. There's still some fight here from Empire Monarch.
I do believe that Empire Monarch still has fight here, and I feel like we have to credit on how Archangel plays their skirmishes early on that actually awarded them the early turtles that they got. Again, the lead that Archangel has, the damage that the Harith as early as now has, is credited almost on the kills that they've been fed with, plus the turtles, and you really can't just say that they won that through sheer micro. It's almost always because of positioning and proper engages by Joy Boy. So in an essence, Joy Boy is actually the one feeding the kills to Saksha here, and Saksha sitting pretty with that 6-1-1.
Yeah, again with the help of Escalera, making sure that the damage is always there. Man, Eudora plus Harith at this point is just difficult to deal with, especially without the magic resistance that you sorely need yet. Because right now, everyone on SV is just trying to get the core items. Maybe the luxury items going to start to kick in later on with that magic resistance, maybe Oracle or Queen's Wings. But until then, you're quite vulnerable to Archangel here.
Yeah, it's pretty sad considering that I think yesterday we did see a Yu Zhong who actually got a second item Oracle out against a lineup similar to this. It was very magic damage heavy. But right now they do not have that option, and Benedetta secondary Oracle wouldn't be really that effective. Lord though pushes down top side, still not going in, but the Zaman Force is called. Raging Sandstorm lands on 2.
That's a big one, and it's going to be going down here for Archangel. Again, Electro Final Blow already used to clear the Lord means that it's not available for a team fight. Escalera also takes out the mid lane, which means that there's very little that SV can do against this. Empire Monarch gonna have to go down. A great ejector from Joy Boy, as usual. What's new? Archangel 1-0.
Yeah, Archangel winning their first game of this best of 3, and for SV, for Empire Monarch, they still have a chance to come back in this game. We've seen a lot of best of 3s, or maybe 2 best of 3s yesterday. It's not impossible, but of course, it's more forgiving today. Even if you lose this best of 3, it's not bye-bye yet. You just go to the losers bracket. But for now, Archangel though, game 1 win, very dominating actually. 11 minutes in, around 12 minutes, they were already knocking in the base of SV. I feel like it's very apt to just commend on how they played their early game, how they rotated early, those proactive plays that actually gave them a lead with Saksha. So for now, Archangel really, they're in a hot streak.
They are. I mean, Escalera with this Eudora is 1-1.